And what's the end game to all this? What do you how do you see it finishing?
I think the end game is major currency devaluation across the developed world. Because when you get this high of debt to GDP ratios on the sovereign level, there's really no elsewhere to go other than default. But because the liabilities are in their own currency, the probability of defaulting nominally is exceptionally low, and so instead they tend to default in purchasing power. And whether that shows been CPI inflation or asset price inflation largely depends on productivity. If you have massive productivity gains from AI and you keep energy flowing and all that, then bonds might still buy you the same amount of kind of textiles and electronics and software and services, but they might buy you a lot less of the highest quality assets out there. On the other hand, if you have energy disruptions or AI is not as productive as many people think, then it can even buy you fewer goods and services. So I think that across the developed world, in addition to financial repression, in addition to occasional attempts at austerity, it's pretty much going to have to come with a big currency devaluation because they've already made a lot of these errors, and there are very few ways out of it other than kind of defaulting through purchasing power. And to some extent, we've already seen that. Like in it's been the worst bond market in modern financial history. You have to go back like a century to find, in the developed world, bond performance this poor. I just don't think it's over yet. I think, maybe some of the nominal losses are, either over or at least the worst is behind them on any sort of, say, 5-year rolling basis. But in terms of purchasing power compared to the highest quality assets you can own, I think bonds and currency are going to continue to be thrown under the bus, for sovereign deleveraging purposes.